welcome once again to Meaco. My name's Chris Michael, I'm the Managing Director and Founder of Meaco. And this is another in our series of videos whereby we're answering your email questions via video. Thank you very much for all the questions you send in, really do appreciate it, keep them coming. A lot of them are asking very similar questions, which is probably not surprising. So by watching these videos you might well find the answer to whatever it is that you're thinking about before you purchase your dehumidifier. Crack straight on, Gary here. Just purchased one of your dehumidifiers, thank you very much Gary. Set it up upstairs in one of the bedrooms. It's run for 3 straight days without switching off or going into rest mode. Is this normal? And how do I know that it's working normally? Yes, it is normal, and that at this time of the year, which is November that this is being filmed, is the most common question that we get asked at this time of the year. I've just got a dehumidifier from you and it's not switching off. No, that's because you bought the dehumidifier to use it within your house because you've got a damp problem, and it's going to take the dehumidifier a while to sort that out. So the dehumidifier is working really hard for you in order to get on top of the problem. Once it has got on top of the problem, you will start to see it switch on and off. Trust me, we get these questions at this time of year every single year and it always sorts itself out. When we get around to about January, February time, people will ring us up and say, my dehumidifier hasn't turned on for 2 or 3 days. So we get the opposite question a bit later on in the season. If you think about it, the dehumidifier has to dry the air within the room, the house, where you've got it situated, and then all of the organic material within the house, that's the things like your cushions, your furnishing, your clothes, your books, anything made of wood, your doors, your wardrobes, all that sort of stuff, it's got to release the moisture that it's been holding on to in all these years that you haven't had a dehumidifier. So all that moisture goes into the air and the dehumidifier has to dry that out, and you go through this cycle until everything is down to the right level. So that's why the dehumidifiers work really hard for the first few weeks when you get them. But they will settle down, don't worry. They know what they're doing, and the Meaco control logic will ensure that they'll turn off when the time is right, and then they'll turn back on when they need to. Right, thank you for that. So that was Gary. Good question, Gary. Barry's sent a question about the DD8L Junior. Tank size. Why are the tanks only around about 3 litres in size on the dehumidifiers? We don't want to make them too large because every litre of water equals a kilogram of weight. So 3 litres equals 3 kilogram. You're lifting it up from floor level, it's full of water, you've then got to walk to the sink and pour it away. If we make the tanks too big, the products would be bigger, so they take up more space in your home, but you would have to carry something that's heavier to the sink and therefore you're more likely to spill it. So around about 3-4 litres, you'll find that all dehumidifier manufacturers are working around that sort of point, and that's because a litre of water equals a kilogram of weight, and we don't want to make it too heavy for our customers. Hope that helps to explain that, Barry. Thank you very much for your email. Next one today from Mick. DD8L, that's this one here. Do you need to replace or clean the filter or the descant wheel inside? If so, how often do they need to be replaced and what's the cost? Good question. Look after your filter, you don't have to replace it. All you need to do every time you're passing with the vacuum cleaner, run the nozzle over the filter and that will be absolutely fine. So no consumable, no replacement costs there. Look after your filter, it will look after the descant wheel, so no replacement cost there. The descant wheel is continuously regenerated inside the dehumidifier every 2 minutes, and so there's no replacement cost there for the descant wheel either. So no consumables, no replacement costs, just run the hoover over the filter. Have a look at it every week, Mick, and then you'll get the best out of it. Another Barry, okay. Lots of Barrys today. Can you tell me what the plastic tube is for that is inside the bucket on my dehumidifier? That's in case you want to use it on continuous drainage. People who are using them maybe in a holiday home, boat, caravan, garage, workshop, something like that, where they're not around to empty the bucket on a daily basis, will take the hose and drain the water away somewhere, and they'll use it for that. If you're using it just in your house, you don't need the hose, and so you can just put the hose to one side. Hope that helps. Thank you everyone for your questions. Keep them coming, and until next time, goodbye.